When Turkish fishermen off the coast of Trabzon accidentally pulled up something far more dangerous than anchovies, this has started a ripple of diplomatic concern stretching from Ukraine to the UK and across, of course, to Russia, that's gleeful about this unmanned surface vessel, the USV, which it now turns out was carrying 300 kilograms of explosives. The episode triggered an immediate security lockdown of the small port of Yoros, and it shed light on the increasingly unconventional high-tech character of the Black Sea War. A local fishing crew, their radar picked up an unfamiliar object about 800 miles off the Black Sea coast of Trabzon, and believing it might be a small fiberglass boat, they towed it in, lifted it with their deck crane, and it was only after it was safely aboard did they realise that it was a military-type drone boat. And the crew notified the Coast Guard, the port was cleared, and bomb disposal SAS teams from the Turkish Navy took control. Inside there were roughly 300 kilograms of explosive material, enough to destroy a warship or a harbour facility. By dawn this morning, the authorities had evacuated other vessels, cordoned off the quay, and moved the drone to a secure site for technical analysis. The Turkish press, Milliyet Anadolu, say it resembles the British-supplied Wasp or Snapper-class kamikaze USV now used by Ukraine. These are small, fast, low-profile craft, typically 5 to 6 meters long, GPS-guided, carrying up to 200 to 400 kilograms of explosives, so exactly what you would expect. Sometimes with satellite uplinks and video for terminal guidance. They are designed to evade radar and strike Russian naval assets in Crimea or on patrol. While Ankara has not confirmed the make or the ownership, despite news outlets speculating that it's British, Ukrainian use of such drones against Russia's Black Sea fleet is well documented, and the Russian press is gleefully calling this British. Britain has supplied similar systems to Kyiv since 2022 to break the Russian blockade. The currents and the storms in these waters in the Turkish, in the Black Sea, are appalling. These drones run low in water. If control is lost, they drift. The Black Sea's circulation could easily push a disabled craft southwest, and it might have been en route to Sevastopol or Novorossiysk and lost communication. Turkey's coast is occasionally where Ukrainian drones wash up if they are bought. Trabzon's location fits the Black Sea's western current. A dead or drifting drone from near Crimea can easily end up on Turkey's northeast coast. And the balancing act here, Ankara sells weapons to Ukraine but keeps channels open to Moscow, and discovering a heavily armed, probably Western-supplied Ukrainian drone inside Turkish waters is awkward. Britain's role is indirectly visible. Russia may frame this as proof of NATO proxy attacks, but the real problem is that fishermen, innocent civilians, were handling a 300-kilogram bomb without knowing, a major maritime security risk. And so far, the Turkish governor's office in Trabzon has simply called this a foreign origin object, and urges civilians not to interfere with suspicious craft. Ukraine has repeatedly crippled Russia's Black Sea fleet using USVs, and this keeps grain corridors open and undermines Russian deterrence. Russia, in turn, is hunting and destroying these drones. It announced last week that it had shot down several. The Trabzon find shows how dangerous and improvisational this war's naval front has become. It's cheaper than building destroyers, but just as lethal. But my thoughts are with a small fishing crew near Trabzon that inadvertently pulled up a weapon powerful enough to sink a frigate. And their story, "God protected us," as the captain put it, illustrates how modern conflict can spill into neutral waters and civilian life. It also shows the Black Sea's new reality, war by cheap, stealthy robotics, where a fisherman's net may snag a naval strike platform. This incident is not just an odd maritime mishap. It highlights the globalized nature of the Ukraine war, the risks of advanced but expendable weaponry adrift, and the diplomatic tightrope that neighbouring countries like Turkey walk between NATO partners and Russia.